Hey Brian. All right, brother. Even more movement today. So, thank you so much for telling me about the ankles. I remember actually from last time, now that you mention it, that that was an issue. So, let's spread those toes as wide as possible on the ground. Go ahead and lift your heels off the ground, reach up, come down, bring your toes up. Bring your feet up. Let's do 10, just like this, bringing your toes and your feet up, okay? If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Do whatever you need to do. Bring those toes up. Go ahead and bring the fingers up also. And just go ahead and let's begin to warm the body up. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, shake it out. Look. Come on, back and forth like this. Back and forth, bounce it out a little bit. Warm up the calves, the knees, the hips, back and forth, just like this. Good, perfect. Movement in the upper back and the hips. All right, go ahead and put your foot about 4 or 5 inches away from the wall and keep your heel on the ground and just push your knee over your toes as much as you can while keeping that heel pressed into the ground. When the heel begins to lift, go ahead and pause there for a second and then come back. Don't let it lift just when you feel like it's going to lift. Just go ahead and keep working your knee towards the wall. Perfect. And let's switch feet. Put the other toe up there, 4 to 5 inches away from the wall. And do the same thing. And you can stretch the back heel also while you're doing this by keeping the heel on the ground. Maybe it's a bit less of a stretch, but you're wanting your knee to go out over your toes actually. This will actually help your knees tremendously. It's going to begin to help your hips also. Spread those toes for me, Brian. Push weight into the entire foot, the entire feet. Okay, relax, kick it out. Let's go wide here. Not as wide as you can, but the heels should be basically just wider than the hips. Go ahead and inhale up. Take a deep breath. Exhale down. And go ahead and do like quarter squats. We're just going to inhale up. Exhale down. Go just a tiny bit lower. With each one, we're going to do 10. Just a tiny bit lower with each one. Perfect. More. Keep that upper back straight. Push those knees out. You can go ahead and keep the hands in the prayer position. Finish this out. I don't know where we're at. Let's just do 4 more. Okay, spread the legs a little bit more. Actually, let's go ahead and bring them just past hip width, toes in the front. Inhale forward, exhale backwards. And reverse. Other way. Let this come from the hips, not the lower back. So just move with whatever your body has for you. Maybe it's not as exaggerated as mine, but match your breath with your movement. Inhale in the forward motion, exhale on the rear motion, and explore the corners. Explore where you're tight at. Push into those corners, okay? All right, shake it out. Ooh. We're gonna go back here. Gonna go just a bit wider. Just a bit wider, the heels just a bit wider. Then hip width just a bit wider than they were before. Go ahead and inhale. Exhale down. Stay there, inhale. Chest nice and high, roll that tailbone forward. Stay here, breathe about 5 breaths. Keep that tailbone rolled forward, keep those knees out. Keep that back nice and high, the head nice and elevated. You can come up slightly on the inhale, come down slightly on the exhale. Keep that tailbone rolled forward, the knees pushed out. All the way out, all the way out, all the way out. Push the belly button back. Push forward. Push forward. Strong, 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 strong. Inhale up. Stretch back, come down. Put the hands, you can bring the toes forward. Put the hands on the top of the glutes and push the glutes forward. Look up to the ceiling or look back. Inhale and exhale deeply. If you're shaking here, it's okay. Let the body shake it out. Just keep those hands pressed into the upper buttocks. And inhale and exhale as deeply as possible. All the way from the anus to the throat. Let's do 5 breaths here, Bryan. Push that belly forward, push the chest up. Allow the head to come back. Look at the ceiling or even look behind you. 5 breaths. Elbows pointed backwards. Draw them together towards each other. Press that chest forward. On the last exhale, go ahead and come up. Perfect. Touch your toes. Exhale. Shake out the butt, shake out the head, shake out the arms. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale deeply, come up. Perfect, okay. Now lift those heels off the ground and stay in that position. We're gonna take 3 breaths here. Deep breaths, roll that tailbone forward. Okay, you don't want it back here. You want it here, bring those knees out. Breathe deeply into here, into the belly, into the chest. And exhale, drop the chest, the belly button. Bring it all back towards the spine. Push out. Breathe in deep. Push out. Hollow it out, hollow it out, hollow it out. Push out. Perfect. Bring the heels down to the ground. Exhale. Spread those toes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come down further and further if you can. Strong, be a warrior. You can rise up slightly on the inhales and go down slightly on the exhales. Inhale all the way up. Perfect, shake it out. Bounce it out. Good job, brother. Proud of you. Okay, that's a lot of work for the legs. We're just gonna finish it out here with the, I think, let's do 5 fire hydrants each side, okay? So really press into that bottom leg, push that ankle towards the ground, press into both hands, strong fingers, spread toes, push into the left leg, lift the right. Let's do 5 here. Let's do 5 on the other side. Push into the right leg. Press the ankle into the ground. All the fingers strong into the ground. Spread out. All the toes strong to the ground. And do the left leg. Inhale up. Exhale down. Match the breath with the movement. Perfect. Now let's do left arm, right leg, and then switch each side every rep. So go ahead and start. We're going to do 5 on each side. Push into the heel, thumb up. Elbow towards the ear, but don't move the head or the shoulder, just move the arm. Let's be crisp with these. Exhale, inhale up, exhale down. Keep the head long, keep the chin tucked, keep the head driven back, keep the tailbone neutral. And I don't know where we're at, but that seems about right. Sorry about that. That's the way that I do it though. Okay. Now, let's get into some upper body work here, brother. Good job. So let's go ahead and stay in this position. Take your left hand and put it basically right here in the middle. Take your right arm, thread it through here. Keep those feet pressed into the ground. Inhale up. Reach towards the sky, look towards the sky. Let this come from here, the bottom of the ribs, up. Keep this pressed down into the ground. Inhale, exhale down. Let's do 5 each side, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meet a tabletop. Bring the left hand over, bring the right hand to center, and we'll do the left side. So thread it through, exhale, inhale, look up. Keep both those feet pressed into the ground. Exhale down. Perfect, brother. Push your butt back onto your heels, spread your knees wide. Bring your hands forward, press all your fingers in the ground, put your forehead on the ground, and breathe deeply all the way from the anus to the neck. Rest here for, let's say, 10 breaths. And just let everything go. Allow your chest and your armpits to sink towards the floor. Allow the head and the neck to relax. Push the butt back onto the heels. Relax the ankles. Relax the toes. Let the fingers be strong, wide, spread. The arms straight. And inhale deeply. Relax completely. Perfect, brother. Okay, let's come back up on the tabletop. And we have 5 more minutes. Let's get into some upper body work. We're gonna go into that plank position. Get up on your toes, curl your toes underneath. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Bring the left hand towards the center. Look up, press that hip, that right hip into the ground. Look up though and completely open your chest. Bring your thumb to the forward. Inhale, exhale down. Put your right hand right next to the left. Inhale, bring the left arm up. Let's do 5 each side, okay? So that's 1, 2. Remember, press the hip bones both into the ground. Strong legs, strong knees. That was 3. 4. 5. Beautiful. Okay. Let's sit back onto the heels. Relax here. Let those knees straighten out. Sit tall. Allow your hips to be over your ankles, shoulders over your hips. Tuck that tailbone a little bit and ears over your shoulders. You may notice that my left knee is quite swollen, so I'm sitting a bit off. It's quite normal actually for me. It's in a healing phase. Take some breaths here. Spread the toes. Allow the foot to spread out and to relax. Allow the ankle to come towards the ground. Let's go ahead and lean back and put some pressure on the back toes there. Give it whatever you got. Take 3 breaths here. Deepest breaths you got today. Really empty it all out. If the body's shaking, that's okay. Try to keep the chest open. The shaking is actually really good. It means your body's letting go of trauma. Let's bring those hands, point the fingers back, okay? And go ahead and allow yourself to come back as much as you can, spreading those fingers, taking care of those wrists. Good job, Bryan. Did good work today, brother. We're gonna keep working those ankles, working those hamstrings, getting you some flexibility in your hips and feet and knees. You're gonna feel like, I would say at the end of 2 months, you're gonna feel probably as good as you did in high school. And if you stick with this sort of stuff for like a year, you're gonna feel better than you ever have. That's what I believe. Okay, one more really deep breath here. Really empty it all out. And then bring your knees toward your hands. Lift your hands up. Go ahead and flex your fingers a little bit. Breathe. Circle your wrists. One way, 5 to 10 times. The other way, nice and slow. Nice and big circles. Whatever your body has. Then we're going to come onto the top of the hands here. Just give it what you've got, buddy. Spread those fingers and just press into the wrist, basically. Straighten the elbows as much as possible. The closer you are to your knees, the easier it is. Maybe you need to be closer and just give it what you got. I'm not even at 90 degrees here. My wrists are a bit of a mess. I really need this, so thank you. You're actually helping me take care of myself right now. This is something I've been neglecting a little bit. So 3 more breaths here, Bryan. Shake out any tightness in the neck, maybe building up. Breathe all the way in, lower belly button all the way out. Exhale completely. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and do a spinal twist. So do your favorite spinal twist. I'm gonna go ahead and keep my leg long, take my toe, boom, bottom leg, toe is pointed up, top leg is straight. I'm looking towards my open arm, I'm opening my chest as much as possible. Breathing deeply, 3 deep breaths here. And go ahead on that exhale, bring the leg up, let it go. Exhale it down. Deep breath here. Exhale the right leg up, left arm. Come over, and again. One leg points up, the other one across, the hip across, blah, blah, blah. Look towards the open arm, open that chest, 3 deep breaths here. Beautiful, brother. Let that go. Come back towards center. Bring the knees to the chest. Rock out the lower back a little bit. A couple of really deep breaths here. And then we're going to go into Shavasana. Please don't skip Shavasana. It is the most important. It's going to allow the body to settle in to these new postures that it's found. The body begins to correct itself. It knows where it's supposed to be. So give this time, go ahead and spread the legs. Flex the toes back toward your knees. Let it go. Flex the tailbone up towards the ceiling with your abs. Both sides there. Let it go. Flex the abs. Let it go. Flex the chest. Let it go. Flex. Bring the chin to the chest. Tighten the face. Let it go. Press the heels into the ground. Inhale. Lifting the butt off the ground. Let it go. Press the knees into the ground, the backs of the knees. Bring the toes up. Let it go. Press the butt into the ground. Let it go. The back. Let it go. The head. Let it go and relax. Take at least 3 minutes here, Bryan. I recommend 5. And just be who you are. Just be. Just be. No names, no definitions. Nothing exists but you and everything in the world. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Be still and know I am God. Be still. Okay, Brian, go ahead and inhale deeply. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Go ahead and lay on one side in the fetal position. And just in your mind, go ahead and repeat, maybe in your heart, I am home. I have arrived. I am home. I have arrived. I am home. I have arrived. If we are spiritual beings, we are on this earth. For now, this body is our home. And everywhere we are home. We can carry our loved ones and all the things that we love that God has bestowed upon us in our hearts everywhere we go. And so truly, our treasures are stored in this body, in this new body we make new every day with these beautiful practices. We truly become, in a free body, in a liberated body, it becomes a heaven-like place. So with this new freedom that you have in your body, thank you so much for coming here today. I'm placing my hands at my heart in the prayer position. I'm grateful for this practice. I'm grateful for you. Gracias por ti, Brian. Namaste.